Okay,
Okay,
I'm recording, yeah.
wonderful. Welcome, everyone. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I'm just going
No,
to
it's
introduce
normal.
myself. Oh, thank you. I'm just going to introduce myself. I'm Talia, and it's such an honor and pleasure to meet you guys. Feel free to unmute yourselves, turn on your videos if you feel comfortable. Would love to meet you guys for the first time. I understand it's a new school year. I would love to just kind of go around, and if everyone could introduce themselves or tell me how it's been going so far. I'd love to hear from you. Well, you know what? I'll give a little bit more background about myself. So I basically used to work, I'm from the US, from New York. And I used to work as a high school science teacher there. Thanks for turning on your video, Mala. First of all, my pronunciation is terrible, so please unmute yourselves. Tell me how to pronounce your name. Okay, so no, I don't want to put anyone on the spot. It's okay. So for now, what I would say is, yeah, so just a little bit about me. So yes, I was first a New York City high school science teacher. And basically I moved to Israel to start medical school at Tel Aviv University. I was always pre-med. I thought that I was going to be a doctor. I did love it the first year, and the second year I decided this is not right for me. But I decided, I was very intrigued by the high-tech scene in Israel, and I decided to kind of look around and see if that's a good fit for me, and I loved it. So now I work in marketing at a company called My
I'm
Heritage.
sorry, but I can't open the camera.
Oh, you know what? That's fine if you can't.
I don't have a camera.
It's totally fine if you don't have a camera. That's okay.
كاميرتك خربانة معناته.
It's really okay if you don't have a camera.
But I have a difficult.
If you do, then that would be great too. For now, I'm just going to introduce myself, and then I'd love to go around and hear a little bit about everybody else.
Thanks.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna join from my phone so I could open the cam.
Okay, great. And yeah, so basically I work in marketing now. I write content, and I manage some of the social media channels at the company. And basically, yeah, that's kind of what I do now. I really miss the teaching, and I found a couple of friends of mine had worked with Abid before in doing, it was like, I think some sort of debate team practice. And I reached out and I said, I was thinking of high school science. Could I tutor in high school science? And Abid had suggested that we have more of these chats in English to practice talking and speaking in English. So that's what brings me here today. And I've had so much fun getting to know the students over the last year. And I can't wait to get to know you guys. So that's it about me. Is anyone brave enough to introduce themselves?
I can.
Great, go for it.
Well,
If you
my
could just
name.
say your name, and then like a little bit about yourself and how the school year is going.
Okay, my name is Ibrahim Isa.
Welcome.
The school is going good for now. I understand everything, and there's not that much to say. We're still at the beginning, but tests are coming. Next
Yes, welcome. Oh, okay. So wait, so you start next week? Or you started this past week?
Not next week. 2 weeks after this week, we're gonna start tests.
Teacher,
Already tests? That's, wow, that's intense.
Just to check who deserves to be at a high grade and who doesn't.
It's so you're doing, you have like some sort of test to decide which classes
Yeah,
you're taking. Okay, okay. That's really interesting. How do you, is it, do you get to pick which classes you're taking?
no, it's from 1 to 5. So if you have the highest grades, you're gonna go to 5. But if you don't have a high grade, you're gonna go to 1, 2, 3, or 4.
There's
Okay.
also 6, but the sixth one is under the first one.
Okay,
Also-
wow. So,
Also, you
Hello,
could
guys.
specialize, but not in everything. Some classes can't specialize, just like in electronica, what we call electronica, just like programming little robots. But just like 5 can't, but 4 can. So some people have to go down a grade to do that.
wow. Really interesting. So you're learning, okay. Fill me in on, so what are all the, like, what are the classes that you typically take?
Some people take chemistry and biology, some take chemistry and computers, and some take math, a lot. But usually
lot
they
of diff-
take the easiest ones. They take biology and chemistry. They take something in science.
Yeah. So do you have to take a science, or you can take,
The only thing that you have to take in 5th one is chemistry. The 5th one
History.
only.
mm-hmm. Okay.
Just like you must take chemistry and something else. You could take 3, just like what I want to take: physics, computers, and chemistry.
Wow, that's quite a load. And you guys are in 10th grade or 11th?
10th.
10th grade. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to think back. What did I study in 10th grade? I studied biology in 9th grade, chemistry, geometry, and history and English were the things that I studied in 10th grade. You know what what I wish I had studied is computers. Looking at, you know, what's happening now in high tech, and I wish I had some sort of computers or tech class. So that's really cool that you guys have that option.
Yeah, we today have
It's a
it,
really-
but just like in elementary school or even in what was the name of the second school? Comes first elementary, then
There are different words for it. Sometimes it's elementary,
Saad,
sometimes it's primary, and then there's middle school.
yeah, middle school.
Yeah,
In middle school, they didn't teach us computers also, but this year they teach 9th grade and 8th grade computers. So
That's
they would have
wonderful.
more experience than us.
okay, okay. You know what? I think things are always changing. It's amazing at my job. I find things change so quickly that even getting like a little bit of a background can be so helpful at whatever age you're starting at, and whatever you're going into. I mean, technology is just becoming so much a part of our lives. Even if you don't go into something in technology, I'm sure that it will benefit you in some way. I see like my nieces know technology, like it's easier for them to pick up things. And I'm sure it's easier for you to pick things up and to work with different tech. Oh, hello. It's a whole group.
Hi, teacher.
Hi, everyone. So enough about me. I'd love to hear from you guys who just turned on the camera. Black Edition. Tell me
I am
more
in the
about,
gym, teacher.
okay. Tell me about your names and what you're studying.
My name is Muhammad.
Mohammed, nice to meet you.
Me too, me too.
And who are you with? Are you with other students? The mic's off.
Yeah, these are other students. Yeah. But not from
Okay,
the
well-
same class, just like close friends and family members.
Friends who are joining. Okay, very nice. Well, everyone is welcome. Okay, we have so many people on the call today, so let's continue. Who else is brave enough to introduce themselves, say hello? I'd love to hear from whoever is open. Anyone interested in sharing a little bit about themselves?
Me,
You can-
Adim.
Yes.
My name is Adim. I am 15 years old.
Welcome, welcome,
And
Adim.
this year I moved to the high school, and it's good.
Wow. Okay, so this is your first year in high school. So, so 10th grade is the beginning of high school? Or you're in ninth? Someone
Yeah,
help me
yeah,
out
it's-
here.
It's the beginning of 10th grade.
In the US or some places in Canada, it's ninth grade.
Yes, and so yeah, I'm familiar with the system where ninth grade is the beginning of high school. So in your school, 10th grade is the beginning of high school?
Yeah.
is disabled.
Ah, okay. Okay, so got it. So 10th grade is the beginning of high school.
Yeah.
Okay. So Adim, welcome. Thank you for sharing and being brave to introduce yourself. I really appreciate it. Is there anything you're excited to study, nervous about this year? I'd love to hear. I know it's like probably question for you guys, whoever is open to sharing. Did you guys all meet before? Were you in school together before? Or is this like the first year that you're studying together and meeting each other?
No,
Before,
it's not
before.
the first. We met before
It's
most
before.
of the all the boys met together before except for one, but the girls not really. We didn't meet all of us, all each other, just like some are from different towns, different than
Ah.
our town.
Okay, so different towns and then you guys kind of join up in high school together, like the high school's bigger. How many
Yes.
Yeah.
people are in your high school total? Is it a
Almost
lot
a
of people?
400,
1,000, almost 1,000 or something less.
Wow,
400, 500.
that's a lot of people. When I was in high school, there were about 100 people per grade. So 400 people total in the school. Yeah, so I guess much smaller. Do you find it you can meet everyone? Like, do you know everyone in the school?
We could. It's like I have friends in 11th grade and 12th grade from middle
That's
school.
amazing. That's amazing. Yeah. I was always wanting to be friends with the older kids, but I found them to be a bit intimidating, but that was my experience. I'd love to hear about you guys. Do you have older brothers and sisters in the school? Is this like, are you guys the oldest in your family?
No.
Actually, I'm the second. My sister just left the school.
Okay,
She graduated.
so she graduated. So you have like, but she's like able to share a lot of like her experience, her knowledge
Yeah.
of the teachers.
Yeah.
That's great. It's great to have like some reference.
Hi, I'm Malak. I have an older sister than me in the strength of 12.
Oh, great. Well, welcome, Malak. Did we see you before?
Yeah, I'm like I'm home.
Okay. Okay, great. Welcome, welcome. So you were saying you have an older sister in the school.
Yes, that's her last year at the school, and my first year, and I'm so happy to have the second 3 years in the school than to the university.
That to have the years and to be in this school and then start university.
Yes, yes.
So when you're entering this school, what you're deciding, right, with these electives is kind of going to, does it impact where you want to go for university or what you ultimately want to do? When you like decide which electives to take, does that influence your decision on what you ultimately want to do? How does it typically work? And anyone can answer this. No. Let me ask it again. Do you guys, do you have some idea at this point in 10th grade where
Yes, yes.
you do of things that, of like a career that you want?
Yeah, yeah. I want to be a doctor.
Wow.
Doctor.
That's amazing that you guys have that. Do you guys hear an echo? I don't know if it's just me.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Latifa. I don't have brothers in school, but I have cousins.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome, Latifa. It's so nice to have you here. Thanks for introducing yourself. And yeah, that's so cool that you have a cousin in the school. Is she or he the same age or?
No, he's the same at the same class of my sister.
The same class as your sister. Okay. So you have both a sister and a cousin. Oh,
Yes.
or he's just okay. Is your sister also
No.
in the school?
No, my
In the
sister
class with my
at the same class.
So your sister's not in the school?
Malak's sister in the same class with my cousin.
Oh, okay. They're together in the same class. Okay, great. Oh, good for them. Yeah, I always thought it would be fun to have like family in the school or like, yeah, I'm trying to think if I never lived close to my cousins, unfortunately. So I grew up actually before I lived in New York, I lived in a state called Connecticut. It's along the East Coast, and I had cousins who lived in the state of Massachusetts, which is also part of the Northeast, but nobody who lived in Connecticut with me. So unfortunately never had that opportunity to go to school with my cousins, but that would have been really fun. Actually, my cousins had, because my mom is the oldest of 5 girls, and she has 2 sisters that lived in Massachusetts. So their kids, so my other first cousins got to go to school together. So, but that would be fun to have family in the school. I always found like it's easier to, find out about teachers or get information if you have someone like a buddy somehow. But sometimes like friends who had brothers or sisters in the school could help, and I managed to get through it. But that's so great to have family. That's really nice.
Yeah,
Latifa, thank you for sharing. So nice to meet you. So I see we have a whole, yes.
Miss you too. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. What's that? I see we have a whole
How
bunch
did
of
I do? So I said, yeah, perfect.
Say that one more time. I missed it. So sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yes, now I hear you.
Oh, okay. So she asked me how did I do, and I said perfect.
Okay. Great, great. Okay, would anyone else like to introduce themselves? I see we got a panda on board.
Yes.
Yeah, he doesn't want to open the cam.
That's totally fine. Understandable. This is a safe space. Everyone
I don't
should feel
really need to do it. يعني, we see each other's face every day. There's no point of doing it.
I hear you. I don't get to see your face every day. So I do love like putting a face to a name, but really know what's most important is that you feel comfortable here. So whatever you feel comfortable with is great. If you happen to feel comfortable with sharing your face, that I would love it, but it's really, I don't want to put anyone, make anyone feel pressured to do so. But I mean, tell me about yourself you can go back to the panda. But tell us about yourself.
Okay, hello. I am Amin. I am
Welcome. I mean,
14 and I will be 15 in like 1 month.
wow.
I want to be a doctor in the future.
Wow. Very
And I love,
admirable profession.
Yeah, I love physics the most and chemistry.
Physics and what was the last thing you said?
Chemistry.
And chemistry, physics and chemistry. Yes, those are some very important subjects if you want to be a doctor. Yes, when I was studying to be a doctor, I had to take physics, chemistry, biology, organic chemistry. So actually, this is kind of interesting and a big difference between studying in the US and I think most places in Europe and Israel, which is that you don't really go into medical school studies until after you finish university. So a lot of the programs for university are 4 years of, either pre-med, like studying biology, chemistry, organic chemistry, physics, and that's it. And then you apply to medical school after that. So that's what I did. So I had already done university for 4 years. And then after that, I went on to go to medical school. And thanks for opening. Thanks for sharing. That's great. And really, thanks so much for joining. It's so nice to meet you guys. It's not easy to share and to open up. So really give yourselves so much credit for just trying. And would anyone else like to share a little bit about themselves today?
I want to participate, but I don't know how to
Yes.
introduce myself. So how about you ask me a few questions and I'll answer them.
Well, you just did a great job. You spoke, this is beautiful. So can you tell me how you pronounce your name before I try to say it? I see just person.
Yeah, it's not my name. I just, I'm not comfortable to speak English and I don't want anyone to know my name.
Okay, no worries. Thank you for explaining that. I think your English is excellent, I have to say. So I think you should feel comfortable speaking. It's excellent. But you are welcome to remain anonymous and put yourself down as person. That's totally fine. So you suggested that I ask you some questions. So how about what's your favorite subject to study in school?
Physics and chemistry.
Physics and chemistry, another physics and chemistry. And do you know yet what you want to be, or you're still thinking about it?
No, I'm still thinking about it.
Good. Yes. Something, you know, some people have like this inner knowledge of what they want, and some people like to explore, and both are great. Both are, you know, wonderful. And I think we need different things in the world, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So great. Just a heads up. The Zoom closes in 10 minutes. I still haven't upgraded. So if we do get cut off in the middle, it's been an absolute pleasure getting to know you guys. Really such an honor. And hopefully we'll continue. So I would love to do this every other week on Sunday. So hopefully I'll get a chance to continue and pick up the conversations wherever we leave off, wherever we get cut off. So just wanted to give you guys a heads up about that. Okay. Yes. So, who we're going to call you Person. So you had mentioned you'd like physics and chemistry. Do you have any hobbies that you'd like to share with us?
No, I don't have any. Sadly.
Okay. That's okay. That's okay. Would anyone like to,
I can.
yes. Yes, Ibrahim. Okay, we lost him. Would anyone else like to share their hobbies? Yes, Amin.
I think I like swimming and playing football.
Swimming and playing football. Oh, okay. I see now what happened with Ibrahim. He came to show us his hobby. Okay. You got to teach us how you're doing this.
I don't know how to teach it, but I know how to do it.
That's amazing.
Nice.
Love it. So we're going to continue talking while Ibrahim finishes this puzzle. That's great.
I can.
Yes, Malak. Malak? Did I say that right? Or Malak?
No, Malak.
Malak.
Yes. I'm a horse rider.
Horseback riding. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have to admit, I've done that once, and I was terrified. So I give you a lot of credit. That's a brave choice, and also very interesting. I have a colleague, one of the people that I work with, has been a horseback rider her entire life. And she taught me a lot about horses, that they're very intuitive, that they know what you're feeling. And it's like a very, you know, special relationship to work with a horse, to ride a horse. I'd love to hear if that's your experience.
Yes, that's my favorite confirm him. I like to go there, and my aunt actually and my grandpa have a lot of horses. Yes.
Wow, that's so special. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Do you have a special relationship with one, or you like them all?
Yeah, there's one horse called in Arabic word, in English flower. Yeah, flowers. Yeah, I love him so much. And after 2 days, he was sick.
After 2 days, he was
sick, and the veterinary comes to see him, and
oh,
yeah.
Okay. Like he's sick now.
He's now okay, but after 2 days, he was so tired. Yeah, and my mood was not very good actually.
Because you cared deeply for the horse.
Yeah,
for
yeah. Okay, there's a different relation between يعني شو يعني يعني الكيمياء شو
Chemistry.
So
yes.
Yeah, his energy تنعكس علي, and my energy علي.
Wow, thank you so much for sharing. First of all, yes, you can, the word chemistry, energy, connection, Those are all excellent ways to describe what sounds
Yeah.
like a very special relationship.
Yes.
Thank you so much for sharing.
You're welcome.
Yes. Wow, I'd love to. Do you got such varied interests and hobbies? So we have swimming, we have horseback riding, Rubik's Cube. Wow, looking good there. What else? What else do you guys like to do for fun?
Taking pictures.
Reading.
Area without any people in it.
See,
I
okay,
love to play the guitar.
you love to play the guitar. Wow. Oh my gosh, so many cool things. Wait, can you guys write in the chat section what you guys like? I'd love to see it. Because there were a lot of people that spoke at the same time, and I just want to make sure that we're getting all of them. Reading. Oh, that's great. I mean, tell us what you like to read.
I like the most audiobooks, but I read like one book a month, 2 books a month.
That's amazing. Outside of your school reading?
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, I think what I love about reading, I have to say, when I was in high school, I did not have time, or I wasn't, you know, I think I only got into reading kind of in university. But once I did, I really, you know, when I was a kid, I did read a lot. Like once I learned how to read, I really enjoyed reading books that took me to different places, you know, kind of exploring the world, which I couldn't get to.
And it also helps you memorize some large words and hard ones.
Very true. Very true. It definitely helps with vocabulary and understanding, you know, what people, yes, for sure. Reading is it's wonderful. I mean, do you have any particular types of books that you like to read?
Scary ones, I think.
Oh, wow. Horror. Okay. Scary. Yes. Yes. That's great. Okay. Ali says, correct me if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Is it Ali or Ali?
Ali is fine.
Ali. Ali. Welcome, Ali. So tell us a little bit about what you like to learn.
I like to learn about all sorts of things like science, history, geography.
That's wonderful.
Any sort of obscure information that I find interesting.
That's wonderful. Can I ask, how do you know what to search, or what? Yes. How do you know what you liked, what you're interested in? Like, how do you get a question in your head that something says, okay, I would like to learn this?
There are some things that I just find interesting about, sometimes I find I like how tectonic plates work and how earthquakes are started, how they work. Sometimes I want to know how the rivers were formed, or how I think I've heard that the sand you see is just eroded rocks, like rocks that over millions of years
that eroded. Yes. Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing that you have this interest that you carry into. Oh, we have a few seconds left.
Yeah,
okay.
before we go, I'm gonna say something useful. The sun is actually billions and millions of nuclear explosions happening at once because of the fusion of hydrogen. Fusion of hydrogen atoms at the same time.
You guys know your science.
كل شيء
Once
before
after
we-
billions of years, the atoms are gonna just like the helium, or I mean the hydrogen atoms, all of them are gonna turn